G'day guys, and welcome back to SimWorld episode 12. It's good to be back. We're getting back in the swing of things. I had a few weeks off, but now this is the second week back, which is good. Today, I'm going to talk about the Pro Tee. I've got Pro Tee updates. I'm going to talk about Jumbo Max grips because I do have now on my full set Jumbo Max grips. I'm going to talk about G&G, the launch monitor made by Brett and Mike. I'm going to be doing a Nova update, and then, of course, we're going to do course of the week. Let me know how everyone is doing, and let me know if I'm coming through nice and clean. It looks like we've got Harris in the chat today. Good to see you. We've got Hosel Rocket Golf in the chat, and Ian as well. That's really cool. A lot of members, which is good to see. Harris, let me know if you found this through the Discord. I made sure to put it in the Discord this week. Nice. Flying Fat Kid's in as well. Lovely. It's good to see so many members. I am going to be doing some more member videos. I've got, I'm actually going away on holiday for 2 weeks, so I've got to film today, and over the next couple of days, I'm going to be filming a lot of videos to pre-record a lot of stuff. So content will still come out on the channel, but I will be away for a little bit. So bear with me. Ian, good to see you checking in from the UK. I've got as well, you've probably seen the Chasing Glory series now. Saying the UK just reminded me. Chasing Glory as a series, I'm really proud of this, is now sponsored. So we're sponsored by GX Gloves. I've got to say again, if you're looking for a premium golf glove, definitely check these guys out. I know it's sponsored, but I was using these before they sponsored me. I reached out to George and he was kind enough to sponsor Chasing Glories, which is really cool because Chasing Glory for me is something that I really want to put out, but it just, the juice really, it was hard for me to justify editing those videos because they take, honestly, quite a long time to edit. I know it doesn't seem like there's a lot of editing that goes into those, but there is. And so it's really cool that now that I've got a sponsor for those videos, it definitely feels like there's more juice. So it definitely is worth putting those videos out. And there's something that I'm really passionate about, and I want to put those out just because I enjoy doing them. But then you look at the views and you go, oh, there's not that many views. So it's like I was in a bit of a state where I was going, should I be making, you know, more content that I know are going to get more views, but I don't enjoy making as much. And so, yeah, it's really cool to have a sponsor now in GX Golf Gloves. So I can't mention this enough. Definitely check them out. They ship worldwide, and George is a real nice guy. And if you want to see the man himself, I actually found a video of him getting fit for a driver by, I think it's Precision Golf in the UK. So definitely check that video out. I'm so happy that Chasing Glory has a sponsor now. The videos this week, oh man, it is just, it's honestly, it's heartbreaking for me. I'm just going, we are so close. Definitely watch the videos this week. One shot is, I think, what's cost us this week from getting that world #1 spot. One shot. Spoiler. Just watch the videos this week. It was actually really fun. I hit some really good golf shots. Yeah, Hosel, I mean, yeah. Are you part of the league, Hosel Rocket? I haven't seen your name in the Joe Lagowski Golf League. Ian, check them out. Honestly, I've had TaylorMade gloves now for years. Like, I used TaylorMade clubs and gear for years now. And ever since my traineeship days, I did traineeship when I was sponsored by TaylorMade. As a trainee, you get like a deal with one of the manufacturers. And I used TaylorMade gloves for since then, years. We're talking years. And I was paying a lot of money for them, and I'd get some of them and they would just, they'd rip really easily. For me, I tend to rip gloves in the palm, in the heel. I'll show you. And I wonder, going to Jumbo Max, I wonder if it's going to be the same, but I tend to wear out gloves right there and then also in the thumb. You can see in the thumb, I've worn this for like a month now and I'm still using it. It's got a hole in the thumb there. That's where I tend to wear out gloves. And some of the TaylorMade gloves I'd be getting the premium ones, And they'd rip after like, a week of use in this area right here in the palm. These are fantastic. Definitely check them out. I've been using 2 of them, cycling between them, and they both have worn out exactly where I expect them to in the thumb. But also, if you look at the heel, where the heel used to be the worst part for me, now I'm getting more wear in my thumb. So they're fantastic. They really are a nice fit as well. I wear a medium large in the TaylorMade Tour Preferred gloves. I wear a medium large in these. They are seriously nice. Definitely check them out. Even if George didn't sponsor Chasing Glory, I would still use them. I bought the first 3 off my own back because I'm very picky, and I've got to say I'm seriously impressed with them. So even if he didn't sponsor Chasing Glory, I'd still just use those because they're a bit cheaper and they're honestly just as good, if not better. Yeah, definitely check them out, Huzzle Rocket. Okay, you just joined SGT. Man, you've been playing GS Pro for way too long to not be a part of SGT. That is just... You need to get on SGT, mate. Yeah, so I've got a couple of videos I've got to film before I go away. The G&G video is one of them, so I've got that sitting there. We've been doing testing, and they just said, just send it, just do a video, put it out there. So I'm going to do that. Nova, I've been trying to organize a time to do a live with those guys. I'm still, any launch monitor that I get sent, I'm very passionate about, and I try and put in as much time and effort as I can. So the Nova lads, I'm hopefully going to be doing a stream with them at some point. I don't know when. We were going to try and organize it for today, but it didn't work out. So hopefully soon I'll be doing a live. But because I'm going away, I'm just going to do another video just playing, 9 or 18 holes with that unit as well. I know people are really interested in these units. So yeah, and then I've also been contacted by someone else. So exciting news. I'll be doing a video with someone hopefully Tuesday where I talk through a brand new launch monitor. So yeah, fingers crossed. We'll get that out there as well. And that one's going to be interesting because that's a bit different to these 2 launch monitors. So I think a lot of people will be interested in that. Oh, Taylor is in the chat. We've got Taylor. So Taylor is in the chat. HT Dump. So Taylor is one of the guys behind Nova. So if you've got Nova questions, put them now in the comment section. Thanks, Dennis. Honestly, Dennis, watch this week's episodes of Chasing Glory. I mean, oh, the heartbreak, the passion, the emotion. It's a roller coaster. This is just, oh man, it's yeah, definitely. I feel it. I definitely feel it, and I get real passionate about it. It's my goal. It's the goal that I've had since the beginning, is getting to world #1. So what happens if and when I finally make it? Hey, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going with Chasing Glory because I'm sure I won't be there for long, let's be honest. And then it'll be, formal. Every video will be titled Former World #1. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Oh, I know. So the Square Golf Launch Monitor, let's be honest, it's amazing. It's fantastic. We need club speed. We need club speed because, I mean, they know where the actual sticker is on the shaft, right? They know where this sticker is. So surely they can go 20 centimeters down, put some sort of algorithm in, and just go speed from there, add a few miles an hour to speed in this location. Surely they could do it. I'd like to think that Square is all over it. They're pretty smart, and they're really nice guys. So I'd like to think that they're gonna get it out. I did email them, actually. They haven't emailed me back. So Jin, if you're watching this, I'm waiting for your email. And same with Dennis. I've emailed Dennis a couple of times now from ProT. They're ghosting me. I'm being ghosted. ProT update. Let's talk about the ProT update. So ProT came out with an update, a beta update, 1.9.1. I've been using it. It's awesome. You get dispersion circles. Let me, I'll be doing a separate video over this, but let's pull up this view. Let me get the ProT software up. Give me a sec. I was just hitting some random shots on GS Pro, so the dispersion circles aren't accurate. But yeah, dispersion circles now have come to the Pro T, which is fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I think dispersion circles are something that you can really use to work on your game. You now get these sessions, and you can look in the sessions, and you can pick your club and etc. So, yeah, I think dispersion circles always fantastic, something worthwhile. But apart from that, there's not really that much that's come to this update. You get these sessions now, you can add different users, and you get dispersion circles. So it's not anything real groundbreaking, but it's definitely, you know, adding to the software experience, which is always good. Cool. So it looks like Spike's got an email. Harris is very, very proactive in sending emails and messages. What else is happening? Jumbo Max grips. So the Jumbo Max grips are on everything now. The one thing I was concerned about with these grips is the wedges. I was really concerned with putting these grips on my wedges. They're fantastic. I've got to say, I think maybe because I got used to it on my driver, going to my other clubs, I didn't really, it was just natural. Like they feel natural now. They feel normal to me. Like when I first got them, you'll see my videos and I talk about it and I say it feels horrendous. And that's because it did. And I was concerned I'd lose a bit of feel and touch going to the wedges. It's the opposite. I've gained, it just feels like I have more control over the club face. Even on those short little pitch shots, it feels fantastic. So if you're thinking about getting Jumbo Max grips, just try them out. Definitely try them out. These are the ultralights and they're medium size for me. I wear a medium large glove. I cannot recommend them enough. And they just feel, even on the hybrid and the 3-wood, they just feel so good. Highly recommend Jumbo Max. Bryson was right. I should have listened to him years ago. Okay, let's talk courses on GS Pro. There's so many courses now coming out that I'm finding it really hard to actually play all of these courses. If I reset my filters, I've got almost 2,000 courses now on GS Pro. There's just too many, which makes course of the week really, really hard. Let me know if you have any course that we should check out, because course of the week is very hard for me at the moment. I've got 2 names, but man, I just don't know. There's too many good ones coming to GS Pro now. Actually, one of them I wanted to check out was, where is it? I'll go, it's in beta at the moment. Bandon's Crossing. Let's check this out. Let's open it in on-course practice. Bandon Crossing. Let's open this up. You know, these designers, they make all these courses and they don't get enough love, in my opinion. I always try and support them all on Patreon. And I encourage everybody to support these guys on Patreon, because without, you know, these epic designers, we're not going to get these nice courses. It would just be a world of very basic GS Pro courses. And, you know, we're spoiled. We are absolutely spoiled having people like, you know, Greg McDonald, Scott Daniels, and having people, even T-Love, Jay Pruitt's coming out with some insane courses now. Who are the big names? Help me out. We've got Pac-Man, we've got TechBud. All of these guys make insane courses on GS Pro. Without them, we'd have very, very basic courses. I just think any way we can help out these course designers, we should be doing it as a community, even if it's only $1 a month. Donate $1 a month, and if everyone did that, it'd be amazing. POB16, Scott, I mean, it's just incredible. The oh, Hoza Rocket. What's this scramble you're talking? Let me share this scramble you're talking about. I've seen that on Facebook. Put something up. Give me a link and I'll open it up. But yeah, Scott, POB16, thank you, Hozza Rocket. I appreciate that. POB16, Scott, with the National Old course. I mean, honestly, that course is just insane. It's insanely good. And so is this course. Let's pull this up. Bandon Crossing. Yeah, this course is going to feature in the league for sure. There's so many good designers now. The National is honestly so accurate to real life. It's scary. And I was so lucky to be able to play the National about a week or 2 weeks before Scott released that course. I actually played the course in real life. It is just mind-blowing how accurate that course is. Like, I look at the course on GS Pro and I feel like I'm there. It has that same feel. It's just crazy how good that course is. Yeah, this looks pretty good, doesn't it? Bandon Crossing. I will definitely be playing that that course. Let me know if you guys have any recommendations for courses as well. Debating getting GS Pro. Epic, thanks for the support being a member. I really appreciate it. Been using Rapsodo, updated graphics courses in E6 Connect. My gaming PC is brand new and has a 4080. Will that run GS Pro in 4K? Mate, a 4080 will run GS Pro in 4K Ultra, 60 frames a second. You have no problem. That is more than adequate. So for reference, I use a 4070 Super. So your graphics card is one up from mine. And I'm using 4K Ultra. I'm using OBS to screen record everything. Generally running a couple of different softwares. I'm actually running 2 different OBS windows or, programs, I guess. I'm using OBS to screen record everything. I'm also using OBS for my floor projection. So you will have no issues with a 4080 to run GS Pro. Now, GS Pro is amazing. We do have an official connector, but I've got to say, the official connector for me, I was kind of almost let down. And because the reason I say that is you've got the third-party connector, so from Springbok, and that thing, I swear the third-party connector is quicker, and also you can do putting if you want. You can hook up an X-Putt, you can hook up webcam putting. So to me, I'm just going, why come out with this connector? Why now? If they did it from the start, if they did it from day one, GS Pro connector, that's a massive, difference to the Garmin R10. That would have been like amazing. But to do it 2 years after release, I swear there's a new launch monitor coming that they're setting it up for that. The Aussies are killing it, aren't they, with course design? Greg McDonald's in the house. He's one of them. Greg is now doing builds for people. So if you want a course built, hit up Greg, hit up Scott. The Aussies are killing it. The Aussies are killing it in SGT as well, just quietly. Yeah, GS Pro with the Rapsodo is a game changer. You can play the native courses, but once you get GS Pro, the native courses are just, yeah, you'll never play them again, if I'm honest. You'll never play them again. I do want to check out E6 Apex. I think E6 Apex looks pretty special. The graphics on that look really, really nice. And I want to play Game Day in 4K as well, because I think you should never just go all in with one software and not consider others. I think it's good to keep an open mind with everything. Launch monitors, softwares, everything. Just keep an open mind. But GS Pro is amazing. Like, it's the one it's my go-to. Ian's saying, getting close to building my sim. Do you have audio system for GS Pro? So I use a sound bar. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. I've got a sound bar behind my impact screen. So I use that. And what it does is when you hit the shot and it lands in GS Pro, it is the sounds coming from behind the screen. So it feels like the ball lands and you hear it hit, and it I don't know, it's nice. The other advantage is I use this for like a cinema as well. So like I had the kids in here, not last night, the night before, and we watched a movie. So I've got a really good sound bar just behind my impact screen. Yeah, Epic. I'd listen to Harris. I'd do the webcam putting, or if you have the money and you want to get a putting launch monitor, the X Putt is fantastic. It's really simple, it's super accurate, and that hooks up really easily. If you can't get your head around webcam putting, an X Putt is fantastic. A bit of love for Greg McDonald in the chat today. Taylor's saying, love your courses, and I couldn't agree more. Greg, let's be honest, he burst onto the scene with Swiss Alpine Valley. Let's pull that up. Go ahead and pull that up, Jamie. Swiss Alpine Valley. Let's this was Greg's first course, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Greg. Actually, let me open it up in on-course practice. Let's pull this course up. Harris is saying afraid of competition like Square. Yeah, it could be Harris. It could be. The Rapsodo could have just said, hey, you know, Square's come out. They've got an official connector. Potentially that's kind of pushed them down that route. But I don't know. The thing is as well, like they have integrated with GS Pro, right? Like they've gone to GS Pro and got a connector built by GS Pro, whereas Square have just built their own connector in-house and they use the open API. So to me, Rapsodo's gone one step further. So I don't know. I feel like there's something around the corner. I could be wrong, but we'll see. What course did I say was my #1 favorite earlier? I don't know. What did you say, Hosel? What's your favorite course? I can give you my top 3. I'll give you my top 3 courses for GS Pro right now. I've got, and these are in no order, right? Norwegian Links is up there. I've got Tobacco Road, and then I've got the National Old. Those are my top 3. Yeah. There's a lot that come extremely close to that. But those 3 are my top 3 favorite courses, no particular order, on GS Pro. Let me know your top. That video would cause, I mean, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a video, top 3 courses on GS Pro, and I'm going to say my top 3 courses and just watch everybody in the comment section just go crazy. Yeah, Ian, my soundbar I just put on the floor, and I was thinking about putting it just behind the Pro Tee, kind of like angled down, like on the roof, but I put it behind just lazily, just plugged it in, and it's fine. Like, it's absolutely no problem. I did have to get well, I got this anyway. This little Bluetooth this Bluetooth dongle on a big cable, because the Bluetooth receiver in my PC, it was just having issues with everything. So after getting this, I have 0 issues, and the audio is really clean. Yes, Pro Tee, I'm not going to lie. If you're watching this, Dennis, I'm not happy. You haven't emailed me back. I've sent you multiple emails now. So Pro Tee, I'm going to do a video. The Pro Tee connector as well, I've been emailing them. They haven't got back to me. So I was told a few weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, that it was in testing. So they're testing it in-house, and GS Pro's testing it apparently, or vice versa, whatever. They're testing it before it gets released to the public. So I was told that about 3 weeks ago, and then I've emailed them multiple times since, just chasing up, and haven't heard anything back. So potentially the guy that emails me is on leave or on holiday or something. I'm not going to like slay them. I am being silly when I say that. I'm not happy because he's probably on holiday. But as soon as I know, I will put it out there. So I'm going to be doing my video on the Pro T though, my long-term in-depth video, probably, I'm going to say Tuesday or Wednesday next week. No, I'm going away. I'll have to do it. It'll be before I go away. I'll film it before I go away, and it'll come out while I'm away. And trust me, I'm not going to hold back. I will give my honest opinion on the Pro T like I do with all the launch monitors. I'll have good things, I'll have bad things, and I'll have things that I want to see improved. It's going to be no different. Pro T's amazing. It is amazing. Spoiler alert. But I will be doing that, I promise. And I'm not going to hold back. You're going to get nothing but an honest opinion. And at the end of the day, if Pro T don't like it, then hey, you should have emailed me back. So it is what it is. Yeah, Ian, I'll get it out. Yeah, I'll get it out, Ian. But honestly, just get one. You won't be disappointed. It's fantastic. Like I've said in multiple videos and multiple lives, my only, and this is spoiler, so this is the Pro T. The only, I guess, one thing that I have to say against Pro T is it doesn't dimple track. That's it. So what that means is you've got to use a golf ball. Let me get a golf ball. I had a really old, here it is. So what that means is, and I'm going to show this live because I did say this to Pro T and I said, this is one of the issues. It doesn't dimple track. And so when it doesn't get a logo, the spin axis is incorrect. And I got told, oh, hey, we're going to fix that essentially. And I've just been waiting for them to hear from them about that, but I haven't. So I'm just going to put my video out there. It's been too long. But if the Pro T doesn't capture the logo on the golf ball, you can use any golf ball. You don't need to use Pix balls. You can use any golf ball. I've done a video showing this just using a normal golf ball. If the logo is worn on the golf ball, or if you angle the golf ball to where the unit doesn't get to see a logo on the golf ball, then the spin axis, it doesn't go straight. It generally has like a baby fade, which is weird. So it'll essentially miss spin axis and it'll estimate backspin, I think, because from what I saw, it looks like an estimation. So that's the only negative with the Pro T that I can really come up with. If you're going to use normal golf balls like Titleist Pro V1 golf balls, definitely you don't have to be too careful about placing the golf ball down because generally when the golf ball spins, it's going to see some sort of logo depending on any spin axis that the ball is on, it's going to see a logo at some point. But I would say if you're going to use a golf ball that's plain white or the logos are really worn like this one is, then that's where you might have issue with spin axis. Again, if you're concerned, you could potentially get like RPT golf balls. You can use Pix golf balls because there's heaps of markings on there. Actually, another thing someone said to me, which is actually really true, you can go to the Titleist website and you can get Pro V1s and you can actually get like logos put on the ball through their website. And so definitely if you want to do that, they're the same price. You can get a random logo put on either side of the golf ball and then it's going to pick up on it. Just don't get red because red isn't seen by infrared cameras. Get black or, you know, another color because then it'll actually pick up on the actual markings on the ball. So that's the only con I have with the Pro T. Apart from that, I can't fault it. The data has gotten so good now and so consistent. It is really reliable and it's really good. Rant over. Right. So Ian, yeah, you won't be disappointed. I love my Pro T and it's my default go-to launch monitor. Alignment is so easy. You literally get this board, align it to your screen and then push calibrate. You can adjust the size of the actual hitting window. You're going to get club and ball data from the same location, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, whereas some of the overheads, they have a big area for ball data and then they have a mini area for club data and they'll have separate areas for left and right-handed users. So you've got to be careful. Whereas the Pro T just has the one big area. I do this literally when I change my impact strip out, the turf, I'll recalibrate. Apart from that, I just turn it on and go. You don't need to think about it. So alignment is so easy and so consistent. So yeah, that kind of ties into the Pro T connector news. I've tried, I haven't heard anything, so I guess I'll just wait and just hear like the rest of everybody. Oh, Swiss Alpine Valley. Let's quickly just show this off. So this was Greg's first course, and yeah, it is pretty impressive. And this is a fictional course as well. So I mean, just incredible. For a first course to look this good, just incredible. Lots of elevation. We should play this course in the league, actually. I don't think I've had a league event at this course. I don't know why. It's so much fun. There's a par 3 with a chopper. I think it might be not 13. There's a par 3. There you go. There's a helicopter. And you can hear the helicopter as well. I can hear it out of my soundbar. So yeah, Swiss Alpine Valley. Amazing course. So Flying Fat Kid is saying his top 3 are Norwegian Lights. Yep, check. Tobacco Road, check. Tot Hill Farm. Where's Tot Hill Farm? Is that a Patreon exclusive? Or is that a on the main server? That might be Tech Buds. Is it? Is it Tech Buds exclusive? Yep, Tech Bud. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't have Tech Buds courses. Brent of the YouTube saying, I just have 2 bookshelf speakers sitting on the side of my enclosure. Yeah, I mean, that's a fantastic idea as well. That is actually a really good idea because then you're not getting any loss through the actual impact screen. A lot of love for the Pro T. I've got to say, I think the Pro T was relatively unknown until recent. There was only a few people that had them. It's definitely picked up in the last, 6 months to a year. Yeah, Brent, I played Pro Vs and then I used to play TaylorMades and then I switched back to the TP5X and then I was like, hey, it's just easy. I'll just use the picks. And now I just use the picks outside as well. The logos, no, the iMini dimple tracks. So the iMini dimple tracks, Harris. Yeah, the speed at which the Pro T sends the shot into GS Pro is just mental. I've got the GC3 here and I should actually connect the GC3 and the iMini up hardwired because that might be just the hardwired connection that makes it so quick, but I'll use the GC3 or the iMini, which don't have a shot delay. They are super quick. Then I'll go back to the Pro T and I'm like, oh, those two have a mini shot delay. It's not, it's like milliseconds, but you can notice it. Yeah, Flying Fat Kid, I have I've pulled up the Bluey course just for a look. I should show the kids, they'll love that. Let me catch up on some of these comments. Tech Bud, yeah. Yeah, Flying Fat Kid. Look, I don't want to say it's I don't want to say that, but I have put a few videos out and I do see a lot more of them now. Okay, I'm caught up. The Night Shepherd. Hey mate, first time catching a stream. Yep, thank you. Thanks for that, mate. I really appreciate it. MLM2 Pro is a fantastic unit. And I guess I put out a video recently just talking about the MLM2 Pro and the Square briefly. I didn't go into depth. That was more of for me, that video was more about like, hey, if you are struggling to choose between these two devices, if you want one for a simulation experience, get this. If you want one that can do simulation experience, take it outside, give you club speed, etc., get this. it can't do putting. So it was kind of more of a get the device that suits what you are actually looking for in a device. I didn't go into everything. But yeah, MLM2 Pro is amazing. I'm going to do more videos on that. I tried to buy some Titleist RPT balls from the Newey Golf store yesterday, and they're sold out. So I need to get some official RPT balls and actually play golf on GS Pro with it, because I was noticing I was getting a bunch of no reads the other day with the MLM2 Pro, and I just wonder whether it's coming from the actual stickers instead of using the official balls, because I know with the official golf balls, Rapsodo's really trying to knuckle down on people not using the official ball. They're actually incorporating the logo on the RPT balls into the shot, so they're really cracking down on it. So I just wonder whether those no reads were coming from me not using the official golf balls or the actual unit. I need to get some Titleist RPT balls to check. Oh, I'm getting back on comments now. We got Scott in the house. POB16 is in the chat. We've got two of GS Pro's best designers right now in the live stream, in Scott and Greg. If you want a course built, then get onto them. What code is that? What are you talking about, Greg, with that code? Oh, floor controller is good for GS Pro. Ian, are you talking? Yeah, so the floor controller is in the brain box. Highly recommend getting one of these. It is just so nice to just stand there and just control GS Pro with the brain box. It's worth it. Oh, okay. Greg's saying he's got an amazing kids course coming. He's just waiting for GS Pro to add some code into the game. That is exciting. That's really exciting. Flying Fat Kid saying, Greg, I can't wait. Love the detail and Easter eggs. Yeah, Greg does have some good Easter eggs in his courses. There's generally a poster of this ugly mug somewhere hidden in his courses. The Night Shepherd saying, tossing up with the square, but I'm not sure if I can fit it inside. Yeah, that's the thing. And, you know, size, an area is obviously going to tie into it. It depends. If you can swing a club in there freely and you can swing a club without having any indoor swing syndrome, the square is going to be fine. But if you can't swing a golf club freely, then yeah, you've got issues. You can always hit offset. So there's even in this sim, I have a tiny bit of an offset with my enclosure. So you can always have an offset, but it's just whether you can swing a golf club in there. Yeah, Ian, I don't want the Callaways. Yeah, they had Callaways in stock. I think they're the only people that actually stock. Oh no, the Golf Box does as well, don't they? Yeah, I couldn't find any Titleist RPT balls, and I know that they said, speaking to, I'm having a mental blank. Who's the Rapsodo guy? Oh, it's killing me. Give me a sec. Justin. Speaking to Justin from Rapsodo, he said that they're going to stock RPT, the new Titleist RPT balls in Australia soon. They're waiting till all the other ones are sold out. Well, they're sold out, so let's get some RPT balls in Australia, please. Frugal saying get a screen. Yeah, for me, the reason I love the control box is there's no wires, so it just sits on the floor. The battery life is insane. I think I've charged that thing once. So and all you do is just move the little stick and it wakes it up and connects. So for me, I kind of like that. Yeah, the RPT balls are just, and the price in Australia is ridiculous. I remember when they first came out and it was $170 for a box of RPT Callaways, and you could get the exact same balls for like $70. So they were putting $100 on the dot pattern. Just absurd. I'm so far behind on comments now. I might miss a few. Yeah, the stickers are good. They're not perfect. They're good. They're good enough for me at least. At least I could use a Titleist ball when, they it first came out with just Callaway, and I was like, if you don't use Callaway, you're not getting accurate data that then you can take on course. So it was like, yeah, I'm very particular about launch monitors and golf balls, because the golf ball is the single piece of equipment that has the most change on ball flight. So if you're going to go get fit for clubs, you've got to hit one ball and stick with that golf ball, because if you start changing golf balls, it can affect spin rates up to like, 600 plus RPMs. If you remember, watch the video where I used the Mizuno golf ball versus I think it was a Pro V1. It was insane. Like, we're talking 1,000 RPMs difference. It was just nuts. So this is why, people get fit with range balls, and people will just use a random golf ball, and it has such a dramatic effect. If you use Callaway RPT balls in your sim, and then you go outside and you use Pro V1s, you're going to get a bit more carry. Because it's a lower spinning golf ball. So outside, you're going to be hitting it further, and you're going to be airmailing greens. That's dramatic, but you're going to have different numbers. Yes, Ian. So the Pro T is set up exactly in line with my hitting area, and that way, and then the screen is perfectly perpendicular, but it's just moved across a little bit. And then in the software, you can just adjust your start line. And Harris is saying, always surprised that MLM can get driver right with 8 feet of flight. So the way that Rapsodo does it, and I'm sure I've done a video on this, but the way Rapsodo does it is they use, look how old this ball is as well. This is the OG. So the way Rapsodo do it with the MLM2 Pro is they use the radar for things like ball speed, for horizontal, vertical launch angle, and then for the spin and spin axis, they're using the dots on the golf ball. So radar is insanely good and really quick, high refresh rate, a lot quicker than cameras in terms of refresh rates. So they're capturing a lot of data with ball speed, horizontal, vertical launch angle. All of that stuff is really easy for a radar to do. Limitation with radar is it can't actually get accurate spin and spin axis, and that's why they use the cameras and the dot pattern to get spin and spin axis. So they're combining those two technologies, taking the best parts of the technology, and then getting the most out of it. So realistically, the only reason you need distance is for driver, and you actually need the distance for the dot pattern. So you need revolutions on the ball. So the RPT balls, for instance, might need to see 1 revolution of, the golf ball to accurately get spin and spin axis. Well, if you've got someone who is a world long drive competitor with a 220 mile an hour ball speed, if the ball's traveling that quick with low spin, the ball might not get that full revolution. So the more distance you have, the better. Whereas you get someone who has 120 mile an hour ball speed, a lot slower, you're going to get more revolutions just based on the distance to the screen. So that's how Rapsodo do it with the technology that they use. Yeah, the RPT balls are just not available in Australia. Again, we just get hosed, which is why you know, I was such a champion, and I still am, for Rapsodo ball dots, because they're readily available. You can put it on any golf ball. Yes, they have limitations. You're putting stickers on your golf ball, so they're not going to be perfect. And I think people got too in the mindset that these are not exactly the same and they're not as durable as the original golf ball. It's like, come on, you're putting stickers on your golf ball. Of course, it's not going to be as durable, but you know, they're really cheap. They're readily available. You can put them on any golf ball. So there's pros and cons. But now Rapsodo seem to be cracking down more and more on the actual technology and how the unit reads these dots on the ball. They've incorporated the logo into the actual the technology. So I just wonder if I should talk to the RPT ball dot guys and just see if they can put the logo in there as well. That might work, but then you'd need a plain white golf ball. I might actually have a chat to them. Okay. Scott saying, managed to pick up 12 Pro V1 RCT recently for $80. Where did you find those, Scott? Can you send me one, please? Just send me one. I'll pay you for it. I'll pay for shipping. I'm a bit behind on comments. Brent to the YouTube, how confident are you in the angle of attack numbers you get from the Pro T? That's the only number of mine that I'm not sure how accurate it is. So I've got to do a video on this as well. So I've kind of touched on it with club data. So for me, angle of attack with the Pro T is insanely consistent. And where and when they're capturing that data is going to be, club data is going to be different between all different launch monitors. So TrackMan's going to be different from Foresight. Foresight's going to be different from Unicore. All club data is going to be captured at different times and from different locations. And so therefore it's going to be different. It's not like ball data. Ball data should be the exact same across every single launch monitor. Club data is different. So I guess keep that in mind. And the thing for me with club data is how consistent that club data is. And for me, I have noticed with my Pro T, my angle of attack with irons is more down. So, you know, for instance, my pitching wedge, it'll say 9 or 10 degrees down. Whereas with a, you know, the Foresight, it won't be as far down. And that's just because the Pro T, the where and when they're capturing that data is going to be different from Foresight. But as long as they're consistent within their own models, that's what I think, yes, that is accurate. And you've just got to know what the difference is, essentially. If you're getting coached on a TrackMan system versus, you know, you've got a Pro T at home, the club data is going to be wildly different. Just be aware of that. But they're consistent in their own ways that they do it. So for me, it's consistent. So I have to say it's accurate. If you're talking about accuracy against, if you think TrackMan is law and you say you've got a Pro T and it's not the same, then they're not going to be accurate, and they never will be, because they're capturing it from different points on the club face at different times. So yeah, I think it's accurate in its own way that it does it. It's very consistent. But I have had someone who contacted me who was a really good golfer who was having downward angle of attack on his driver, which he isn't. And now he has a GC quad and he's hitting up on the ball. So for him, he was having issues for whatever reason. We don't know why. We've tried to, Holtzy is his name. We've tried to get to the bottom of it, but we can't put our finger on it. But for me, I've got to say, and you can watch all my videos. Yes, there'll be misreads, but if you watch all my videos, it seems really accurate. Okay, I need to catch up. Yeah, so different launch monitors based on where they are. This is a good point, Brent from the YouTube. If you've got a side-based launch monitor, it's going to be a lot easier for that unit to get vertical launch angle, for instance, because it's sitting to the side and it can just draw a plane and go, okay, it's taking off at that angle. If you're looking from top down, that's one of the harder metrics to get. So, Nova video update will be out. I'm going to do, we were trying to get a live stream, and we will do a live stream. I'll do a live stream with the Nova boys. But I'm going away for a couple of weeks, so I'm going to be doing a video or two on the Nova, which I'll be releasing on the channel while I'm away. So stay tuned, Nova video, and also G&G homemade launch monitor. Those, I'll have videos up while I'm away. Yeah, the Night Shepherd R10, amazing back in its day. It still is an amazing launch monitor. It just has limitations. Being a radar-based launch monitor, using it indoors, it can't tell on the club face where the ball was hit, and so it cannot accurately get gear effect. It doesn't take gear effect into account. So if I hit a driver off the toe with the R10, the club face is going to deflect open. The ball's going to take off right. Due to gear effect, that golf ball will draw back to the fairway. The R10 doesn't see that. The R10 assumes you hit everything out of the middle of the club face. And so when it sees a ball taking off right, it will just send the ball right and it'll have a fade on it. It'll go way right. The same for the heel. If you hit it out the heel in real life, the golf club will close. The ball will start left, but then fade just due to the spin and the rotation that gets put on the ball when it hits the face. The R10 assumes you hit it in the middle of the face, sees the golf ball going left, and it will just go left on left. So the R10 has limitations indoors because it's a single radar-based unit. It is what it is. Just hit it out in the middle and it'll be accurate, hopefully. It's using the club data that it estimates to then estimate spin axis. So spin axis is not going to be good. But apart from that, everything else is really accurate with that launch monitor when you use an RCT golf ball, radar capture technology. All right, let's skip. I'm going to have to skip some of these messages. Okay, HC dumps. So new video just in time to test out a new update. I will be getting it all set up today and doing a video. I've got, yeah, G&G and the Nova to do videos on today. And I'm going to be over the next few days just trying to film as many videos as I can to then have videos to put out while I'm away. Does anyone else have odd face angle readings on fat shots with the VX? Possibly. That might be an issue. Are you using the new update, Ryan? They've done an update and club data has improved a lot. They're just constantly coming out with these updates that just make massive differences. Definitely check it out. If you're on the stable build, try the beta build and see how you go. Okay, you're on the latest beta. Yeah, it might just be because if you hit behind it and hit it fat, I don't know, the unit might struggle with its AI to keep the reference points on the club, because you've probably seen the video on YouTube of the Pro Tee, but it puts reference points on the four corners of the club. So it'll put one high toe and then low toe and then low heel, high heel, and it uses those four reference points then to come up with the sweet spot. And then if you hit it heavy and the club face moves around, potentially the unit might struggle with those reference points. I don't know. I'm just theorizing. Hypothetical. I don't know. Potentially. Yeah, trust me, I do not hit the center of the face all the time. What I've noticed since using the Pro Tee is I actually hit a lot of shots off the toe. I'm going to say like, I definitely err towards the toe of the club. And I think that might just be for safety. I don't know. It might just be, you know, maybe I need to look at my fit and adjust my clubs potentially. But I'd rather hit it out the toe than the heel, that's for sure. Yeah, that's interesting. Impact location data has had some issues. I'll have to pay more attention to it. I haven't noticed it for me personally. I've got a couple of videos. The Chasing Glory videos will come out, and they're on the new beta, so I'll pay attention to it. But I have to admit, a lot of the videos I film with the Pro T, like the Chasing Glory series, I'm not looking at club data. I'm so focused on my round. I should really do some just some in-depth testing and just see what it's like. Um, Lie angle data has improved a lot. Dynamic lie is probably something that's quite hard to get. I definitely get if there's a metric with the Pro T that I think it struggles with, it's dynamic lie. And it gets it right. I'm gonna say, I don't know, put a figure on it, 90% of the time, but I'll get some that are like, you know, way toe down, and I'm just like, I don't think it was doing that. If it did that, then I would have felt the club rip open through because it would have hit way toe down. Um, work out my slice with the driver. Once I can hit that more predictable, I think my handicap will drop. Driver is the club that I live or die by. And a lot of people go, oh, you've got to be a good putter, you've got to be a good wedge player. If you're not in the fairway, like with a good drive, you're done. You're done. Driver is so important, isn't it? And you can see that in all my rounds. When I hit my driver well, my scores are generally pretty good. When I hit my driver bad, I mean, good luck. We're struggling. All right. I have so much filming to get done. I've got a massive list here, and I'll try and get as many as I can done. All right. Any last questions? Let me know. Yeah, it's honestly, and I'm thinking for me, like I absolutely love this Aerojet LS. I do. I've had this for a long time. I do love it. But this thing is either a bomb down the middle or I'm struggling. Like I'm really struggling. So I'm thinking of getting a new driver just to get a bit more consistency. I don't know. I'm looking at I'm honestly thinking about getting one of those new Cobras, not the LS version. I'm thinking of I think it's the K. I've got to check, but yeah, I'm thinking about getting a new driver just for that reason, just to get a bit more MOI, get a bit more consistency, get a bit more spin. I don't know though. I've got to they're so expensive now, aren't they, drivers? Yeah, cheers guys. Good luck with it, Ian. What I'll say is, look, for me personally, if I was going to get a sim right now, if I didn't have any of this, if I didn't have this YouTube channel, if I didn't have, you know, anything, and I was starting from scratch, I would probably get, and look, it all depends on your budget, of course. The Square, if I had like a really, really tight budget, I'd get the Square. And I started with the R10. So if I was starting right now, realistically, I'd get a Square. Then from there, moving up, I would probably go iMini Lite. And then I'd probably go up from there, I'd go Pro T if I wanted an overhead. That's what I'd do. If you've got the budget for a Pro T straight off the bat, I'd get it. For me personally, I would get a Pro T over a GC3. That's just for me personally. Now that I've used an overhead launch monitor, I've seen what you get from it. I've seen the video you get from it. For game improvement, for me, I'm getting a lot more out of the Pro T than I am out of the GC3. That's, not to say the GC3 isn't the gold standard. I still think the GC3 for home users is the gold standard, but the Pro T, what you get from this thing is just insane. So those are my kind of 3 levels or 3 tiers of launch monitor. If I had to really start from scratch, for my use, I'm using this as a home simulator. That's what I'm going to get. And then if I was going to take it outside, MLM2 Pro is insane. I love that thing. I'd probably, if I was starting out, I'd probably get a Square and an MLM2 Pro. I'd use the MLM2 Pro outside. I'd use the Square inside. That's probably what I get. Yeah, thanks, Harris. Thanks for getting involved. And I think your name pops up in the Chasing Glory episode this week as well. I'm pretty sure I have a shot. Well, believe it or not, I get myself in trouble and I have 0 shot, and it's a massive risk reward shot. And I'm pretty sure your name comes up as well. So stay tuned. Oh, yeah, I agree, Brent. Ball in the fairway, 100%. Ryan is getting the protein Jan. Yeah, you won't be disappointed, Ryan. Yeah, you won't be disappointed. I would love to get a list of the amount of people who have got the Pro T because of the channel. I think that'd be such an interesting statistic to get. If you get one, just email them and just say, the only reason I'm getting this is from the Joe Lagowski Golf YouTube channel. If Square had been around when I started, I would have saved a lot of money and time. Yeah, I agree, Harris. It's such a good device, isn't it? For the price. And it uses the Pix ball. I mean, that's genius. It's the same as, the Nova and Brett's launch monitor. For people like us who are really into simulated golf, I can see those 2 launch monitors taking off just because you can use a Pix ball. It's just so good. They're not restricting you to their, proprietary ball. Yeah, yeah. The Night Shepherd, start measuring room sizes for sure. Get in there and do a couple of swings. Blake, he's saying he's just about to tee off on hole 1 of the Joe Lagowski Golf League. Blake is the reason that we all have the National Old Course, guys, by the way. So definitely massive shout out to Blake. He's the one that organized the LADA data. He's the one that organized it. So big shout out to Blake. Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? If we had a Sunday league. That might be, in the future, we might do that, actually. That's a good idea, Blake. We could do a Sunday league live. That would be good. All right, guys, that is it for this one. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I better go. I need to get filming. I've got so many videos to film and not enough time. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, let me know. Any comments or questions, leave them down below, and I'll catch you guys. When is it? It's not going to be next week because I'll be away. So we'll have 2 weeks, I believe, where we won't have Sunday lives. So I will be away for 2 weeks. So there's going to be no live for 2 weeks, unfortunately. Hey, I'll try and pre-record some stuff, and we might have like a impromptu live based on some of the questions I get, some of the emails I get. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I'll catch you guys next in 3 weeks.